because it has to do with the next wave of quarterbacks. But I've watched a few mock drafts, and I could see a few of them starting to lean the direction I want to see it start leaning. But the question is there any way that you could see Justin Fields remaining the quarterback of the Chicago Bears if the Bears end up getting the first pick?
They have to make the playoffs. I almost think that might be it. I think that's the only way because if they have the first pick.
But the expectations. All right. So the expectations you put on the next guy is gonna have to be higher than where you guys put on Justin Fields. So that means he has to take you to the playoffs. If that don't happen the first year, y'all gonna have another QB controversy. It's just gonna be QB controversy of the QB controversy.
I mean, they won't start
because the team as a whole is kind of bad.
Whoa, no. As a team right now, let me say this:
they're playing better.
That defense, they have Jaquan Brisker, who had a hell of a game against the Lions last game. Tremaine Edmonds, their top free agent acquisition last year. Ever since they traded for Montez Sweat, he's had 3.5 steps.
Much better.
They have Justin Jones, a Charger. He's really good. Eddie Jackson's old ass is still a baller, a Madden legend. Kyler Gordon starting to come into his own. And that DJ Moore trade is looking better every single day. It's Justin Fields' best target. Justin Fields is
it's a great trade. It's amazing. DJ and the first overall fucking.
That's what I'm saying. You give him DJ Moore and Marvin Harrison. Now let's see what happens. Then you could be like, all right, if this don't work out with Justin Fields, we clip it. Does he have a third? You could do third year, right? Third year option.
5th year options.
5th year. This is next year will be.
They're going to have to make a decision on that this offseason if they pick that up or not.
So, all right, real quick too.
It's only year 3, but still, they have to make that decision after this year.
Justin, how much does it cost them?
You're looking at 30 and 40. The 5th year option is a lot of money guaranteed. That's why I don't know if they pick it up, but just because they can do what the Packers did with Jordan Love, they can find some bridge deal where he could be signed for 2 years and gets a decent amount of money, but the team isn't. If he sucks year 4 or year 5 or whatever, I
don't see the Bears giving him a bag. I was just like, bro, just give him another shot at least.
Justin Marcus,
give him a weapon.
Well, Bruce, I don't know how much college you watched this year, but Caleb Williams is the best NFL quarterback prospect since who?
I'd say he's still the best since Lawrence. I'm not going to put the generational tag on him because I don't think the gap is as big as I once thought it was between him and Drake May. I have concerns for both of them. I think there's a good chance they're both going to work out, and those are the 2 guys that should go the earliest. I do think it maybe not go this way, but once we get to April, I think Jaden Daniels will end up shooting up draft boards more, and I think he already has. But
how high though?
I think there's a chance he's the 3rd QB taken.
Top 10 guaranteed.
Yeah, I think he'll go in the possibly the top end. I don't know how early. Again, it's a quarterback league. You see. I mean, look how many teams are just starting their backup QBs right now. You want to go get young guys that you can hope you can just put in, plug and play, and they turn into something great and they stay healthy. That's what every team wants in a franchise guy, and there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to be looking for that.
You think they take Jaden? You think they take Jaden over Drake?
No, I don't think it gets to that.
Marcus, what about you? Caleb Williams is the best quarterback prospect since who?
Since Joe Burrow.
Since Joe Burrow?
Yeah.
That's a great
either Joe Burrow or T-Law.
All right, so let's say off of projections and how we see everything so far, the guy doesn't have that many weaknesses. Low end would say about Kyler Murray, right? Around that area. High end is about Patrick Mahomes, that type of level. There's a shot he could be a Patrick Mahomes level talent.
There's a shot.
If you put Kyler Murray or Patrick Mahomes on the Bears right now, are they a playoff team?
If you put Mahomes on I say with Mahomes, definitely are.
Mahomes with
with Eberflus and Gacy.
With
Not-
Kyler for a whole year,
Kyler whole year.
because I think there's a chance they could have made it with Fields starting the whole year. I think him missing some. I know they won some.
Oh yeah, if they won that
time
Lions game,
affected them, I think it's gonna because they're sitting in a spot right now. If they win out in the NFC, they have a legit shot at it. But
Yeah.
we're talking winning out, even though they have. I was looking at their schedule. They have some winnable games there.
it's like Justin Fields. He's gotten his completion percentage has gotten better. It looks like through 9 games he's going to throw for more total passes this year than the year before. I'm pretty sure he has 13 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Last year he had 9 fumbles. This year he has 2 fumbles. Like he's gotten better in every single.
Money. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Stop being degenerate for one day, Justin. Just like me too.
No.
While I was making bets before we were starting recording. But no, like it's like Justin Fields got better in every single aspect as a quarterback this year, but he still has a shot of losing his job for another. Like, I don't trust the Chicago Bears to draft a quarterback. Like, I don't know what it is about them. Even if it's a sure shot, they can't draft quarterbacks. Justin Fields at least has the potential. Like, we've seen running quarterbacks. If you get him offensive line, you can trade that first overall pick, load up, because the first year
so much with the cap. They'll recoup some of the capital they lost.
you can get
But you can also make the case like the way Fields has played down the stretch. If they do make that decision and move off of him, they're going to net a decent pick probably for him.
Yeah, he wouldn't be a bad option to trade, but it's like I want him to see this.
Darnold got moved for a second. Like it was the year. It was the year after the draft that was coming up, but he
Fields had to get moved for a first.
But they gotta, yeah,
I
they gotta
also-
give him a new coach.
But yeah, whoever the
give him
next
a new
quarterback
shot,
is,
bro. Give him a fresh start.
Do you want
more weapons?
You're the Bears. Do you want Eberflus to be the coach making this decision if they have the first pick? Even with what he's shown, do you like seriously
over
You're
the last
Chicago
year?
Bears organization?
Last
do you
year,
want Matt Eberflus to be the head coach that's a part of making this decision, or do you want to go out and get another guy? I know it's only year 2 and they're playing good football recently, but this is a decision that is going to alter your franchise for the future.
Eberflus is a defensive guy. He's always been a defensive guy. I wouldn't trust him drafting a quarterback. But if they're not going to get a quarterback, if they're going to get an offensive lineman, if they're going to get Marvin Harrison, who's pretty much
Marvin Harrison, bro. They get Marvin Harrison and DJ Moore. Now Justin Fields messes that up, then you could be like, all right, you get some, all right, you did your thing, you tried, but get another QB.
Yeah, if you have DJ Moore and Marvin Harrison and possibly a few offensive line picks, a few defensive picks, you give Justin Fields one more year. It's going to be his 5th-year deal. If he doesn't look good, you have enough. You have capital. You probably even have more draft capital. You could trade in for another quarterback after if you don't feel like he's the guy. But at least you give him a shot instead of just going, okay, we're going to put everything on Caleb Williams.
If that ends up happening, then his value diminishes because obviously he wouldn't be the guy in a better team that used all the draft capital they got from that first overall pick. I do think when push comes to shove, if they do have that first pick, they probably do end up moving off of him due to contract. Now you're going to bring a new guy in on a rookie deal, and you have years until you have to pay him instead of Fields balls out next year. You're going to have to pay him because his contract's starting to expire.
How would they expand on the team? Say they would take Caleb Williams, how would they expand in the other areas on the team?
They have their own pick.
Yeah, they have 2 first-rounders.
Yeah, they have their own, and that's probably going to be, unless they keep winning, which, again, if they keep winning, who knows what happens, but that's in the top 10. They go get a lineman. I don't know if they would take a receiver in the first unless, like, Marvin was the option, which is possible, I guess, with where they currently sit and what decisions can be made. But I think if they have that first pick, that will end up happening. But again, Carolina, who knows, they can rattle off a win here and there and maybe screw up their plans. But I don't know if Carolina does that. But